Okay, so welcome to the next video in this Git series. The next topic I'm going to speak about is Git checkouts and how powerful it is. Now, in the last video, I discussed about how to use Git branch, create other branches. I also made a mistake, which I had to then delete branches and move around. So I thought that we'd kind of go over that in slow time of what I did. And we won't do exactly the same thing, but I'm going to try and jump in at a specific point and then, yeah, so let's just start. So we're on the development branch. We can see here that our work that we did was updated text slightly to be nicer, added the telephone number information as required, and so on, and that the contact page is now inside of our development branch. So I want to now work on the about page, but I don't want this contact page in there, right? I just want to know that I can start off when it was just a home page, because I don't, I want to just know I can work on the core project as it was in the beginning, all right? So we want to work from master. But I don't want to go to master and then create a branch from there. I want to go to a specific commit, right? Because it can be that it wasn't actually on the master branch. You know there's a specific commit somewhere that you want to go from here. So in this scenario, we want to go from lowercase the words main and page using this commit. Okay, so I'm going to copy it. Let's clear this, and we're going to say git checkout, all right? Git checkout says take a specific commit, branch, tag, and so on, a point from version control, and move my working directory to this one point in development time. All right, so if I just show you, okay, so we see here at the moment we've got contacts here, and when I do git checkout and put this this hash in now, it will move. So just to talk about this hash is so unique that we don't actually need to use the whole lot. We can just say, yeah, probably that will do, 6b85. I mean, probably 6b8 will do because it's unique, right? And if we say git checkout, okay, did not find any files known to git, right? So let's go back again, and let's go down to 6 of them, and there we go. It managed to find it using that. So it's obviously the other one wasn't as unique. And there now we've got our index.html page, and the contact page is now gone. And you can see here this head detached at this one commit. So I'm not going to talk about this head at this one point in time, all right? But we've said git checkout, and now our working directory is exactly the same as how it was on this one commit. Now we learned in the last video how to make a branch. Now we can also use git checkout to create branches with a flag of -b. So if we then move this across and say git checkout -b, that says, hey, check out this one commit here where we are right now at my head, and -b is create a branch, all right? So what we're going to say is then about feature, because we want to create the about feature. And now we switch to new branch, about feature. And if we then clear and then say get branch to list all the branches, you'll now see we've got contact feature, about feature, development master, and the star says that we're on the about feature. So let's touch, or we'll copy index.html to have about, and now we'll say get status, and we see that we've got the about.html is there. Now we don't want to add it just yet because it kind of is going to look exactly the same as this. So let's change the title to say about. This is our about page. Yep, we'll save this. We're happy with the about page now. It looks fantastic. So once again, let's go through this nice and slowly, step by step, because it's important to learn and to totally understand. Get status tells you what status you've got at the moment. We're on the branch about feature. Always remember to check which branch you're on. It is vital that you do, all right? And I can't say it enough. It's vital to know that when you're using Git, make sure you're on the correct branch, or make sure you're in the correct project first of all. So now we've got untracked files. Untracked files means you've got a new file and you've got to add it to version control using git add and then saying we want the about.html. So now we've added it. Let's say get status once again. We now see on branch about feature changes to be committed. This change now is staged. Track it, so adding a file in the beginning by when it's untracked is automatically staged. Now we need to commit it. So git commit, press enter, and we'll say added about page, yeah, and then we'll save this to, and now we see here one file changed, 10 insertions, create mode, and this is then the actual create mode of the file and the folder about.html. If we then clear this and say git log, we'll then see initial commit of project, lowercase the words main and page. We see that this one commit is where the master was, which is where we then checked it out from, which was from this 6B85F0. We now see our head is at the most forward position and we're on the about feature, all right? And we see our message added about page, and it was John Smith with David at email that submitted it at this one time. So this is where we are now, all right? Now we want to know whether or not this about feature will move into the develop feature, all right, the develop branch, all right? Now I said that I made a mistake in the last one, all right? So we've kind of gone over get checkout. So what we can do now is from here, we can then say, well, from the about feature, we want to be able to delete a branch. All right, so let's just say that this, how can I do this? Well, we'll say then git checkout B, and we're just going to check out this one here, all right, this lowercase the words main and page again, all right, and then the git checkout this one commit once again, all right, and as you can see our about page has gone again, and we now head detached it here. So we'll say git checkouts B news feature, all right, and we want to now know that our news feature, we're now working on our news feature, and we go back over to check out about feature, and we go and then get branches, all right. So now we've created this news feature. The management team then comes to us and says, hey guys, sorry about it, I know you've done the work, but the news feature, we don't need it anymore, all right, so this can be scrapped. So we go, okay, so we say get branch, capital D. Capital D means delete, all right, and we say news feature. Now I believe if we use underscore D, or so small d, and then say news feature, it says deleted branch news feature, all right, but I'm trying to think about why we need the capital D. I think it might be to do with merging. Anyway, so now if we say git branch, you'll see that the news feature has now gone. Okay, so this is a way of being able to, we're now on the about feature. So if we then check out develop, because developers has all the work. All right, and git log. All right, now we can see all of the work that has been completed, and we know that we've been able to create different branches based upon different commits. So now we know, right, we want to we see that develop is here, and then the contact feature is here. So let's now say we actually want to create the so what have we've got the index, we've got the contact feature, and git branch, and we've got the about feature. All right, so now as the lead developer, we're happy that we want to move the about feature into the develop. All right, so we need to then say get checkouts, the about feature again, so we can check into it. All right, and we can have a look at it, and we see here now the about is there, and we have a look at the file. This is our about page, and you're like, oh my, the developers are so terrible at punctuation, they forget the full stop again. All right, so we need to then create another commit for this, and let's clear this again, and we'll then say git status, and we'll rush through this. Okay, quickly, we're on branch about feature. It's been modified, therefore we need to stage it. Get adds about, we'll stage it. Git commit, we'll add a message. So added full stop to the end of the sentence. Now git log, one line, and we see added full stop to the end of the sentence, added about page, lowercase. Yeah, we're all happy now here, and we'll say Git Merge develop, because we want to see that the lead developer is able to move about feature onto the develop. And we see here, we've got we don't have a problem at the moment, but merge develop into about feature. So we'll save it, and we see here everything was fine. Merge made by requestive strategy, contact.html got added, so one file changed, 13 insertions, created contact.html file. So let's have a look here now, and we see that contact.html is there, our changes are here, and we know that we're all fine. If we go to graph, we see now, now our graph is starting to work. All right. Whoops. Okay, now we see our graph is starting to work now. Okay, so we merge branch develop into about feature, updated text slightly to be nicer. All right, and so we're on the about feature, and if we look at added full stop to the end of the sentence, that was our last change. All right, but we merged all of these files into our about feature. All right, to check that it was all okay. And there you can see what I was talking about at the beginning. This is our trunk, and we went off to a branch, and we did our work to here. Then we said, hey, well, let's make sure that our work is up to date with the develop branch, so it's possible to be merged into the develop. All right, so we're still on our about feature branch, and we know that our about feature branch is possible to be merged directly into the develop branch, right, without any conflicts or without any problems, and the lead developer should just be able to do this. So the lead developer git checkout develop again, and the lead developer has seen this, so the lead developer says git merge about feature, and we know fast forward, which basically means that we've just moved the commits. The develops head is now at this commit, and previously it was here, I believe. Was before that. Okay, so now we can see that development about feature are all up to date. All right, but the contact feature is still here. So as the lead developer, let's go on into. Let's just clear this. All right, and then get checkout contact feature, right? Because the lead developer was happy that the contact feature was working. So we're on the contact feature now. You see that the about feature has gone, but the idea now is that we want to pull in the about feature, all right, to see that it all works. So git merge about feature, and this then pulls it all in, and we see that it was just a fast forward, so we know everything was okay. And we can look at git log and graph here, and now we can see contact feature, development, about feature, all based upon this one commit now, and is all up to date. All right. So now we can then go git checkout develop, and we do clear, and we do git log. All right, and git log now tells you that the head, the most current point, is the same as develop, contact feature, about feature. All right, so we now know that everything is up to date. The lead developer is happy with how the website looks and is ready to show the customer. All right, the customer doesn't ever look at the development branch because it can crash on the development branch. So the lead developer then says, okay, well, I have to then look at my branches. I've got develop, master, contact feature, and about feature. So we need to make a branch based upon the develop for the customer. And this branch is called staging. So we say git checkout -b is the same as saying git branch staging. And now we can see that we've got a staging branch, and we get log and then graph once again, and we see now that we've got head, staging, develop, contact feature, about feature, all at the same point. So now we show the customer this one commits, and the development can continue there on the contact feature, the about feature, and so on. And the customer will now always look at staging. All right. So that was long. All right. But watch this video, and I'm sure there was stuff that was not understandable. All right. And I'll try and go through it a little bit more, git checkout, when we add then the next feature of this. All right, and we make changes to contacts and about as we go along, because at the moment each of the views, they're all independent of each other, and this index doesn't have any way of actually navigating to these pages. All right, so we're going to need to merge the things together as we go along, all right, and have a look at the differences between them. But stay with me, all right. You can see here we're doing real time Git workflow here, all right. It's very, very basic, but this is real time workflow. Okay, so that's enough. Like I said in all the other videos, write comments, tell me which parts you didn't understand, and I'll make additional videos about it. All right, if you want to subscribe, if you want to like it, do all that stuff. Honestly, it's not what I do these videos for. All right, I just do them just to give feedback. All right, but let's see you in the next video. Thanks very much.